word family, because that's what it's all about. As we come together, meet our soul family, people we haven't even met before, that we only know on the internet, and that coming together and that unity, and just all having that sense of knowing, and that we're all going in our own individual paths, but we're all going to that same place. And that's what this whole ascension is about, coming together as a family.
Yeah, that is what it's all about, isn't it? I mean, we know that because we met firsthand after having had this spiritual online relationship as part of a group, as part of Gold Ring. And, I mean, everyone that we met, there were, 15 of us, and maybe a couple of extra honorary members that had come along. And we just were in love the minute we met. I mean, we knew that beforehand, and it just was confirmation of that as we met in the physical, and which just goes to prove that energy is energy. You can send healing, you can send love, and that will be always received, because you don't have to be in the same room as that person to send healing or love, which is fab, isn't it?
No. And everyone who watched the video that I made about that meeting, which is the Gold Ring meetup at Avebury, people were saying to me, wow, I could just feel what you were, and it was just wonderful. The amount of people saying that sense of seeing us come to, brought tears to their eyes. And I had so many people write to me, how can I arrange a meetup like that in I live? I really want to meet the people, that are like me, and it was just wonderful, because that could be shared with everyone who watched the video, and they have that in their hearts. It's been there since, the beginning of many incarnations, but since the beginning of this incarnation, that knowing that one day, that longing that one day we would meet up with that group of people that's like us, that we can come together. And none of us have known why back then when we were younger. Why do we need to come together? And now everything is coming together here now as to why we are coming together like this. I mean, I was predicted, I knew about this gathering sort of, I always had the sense of it as a child, but I consciously knew of the gathering and the coming together with the other like-minded souls going back 20 years. And although I knew it would happen, it was difficult to believe in a human way, because it wasn't happening, and I was alone with my beliefs and my spirituality, or perhaps I knew one or two people. There was no sign of a gathering back then. And to actually see it come together now, first on the internet, closer and closer, with the way we've done our media, with the YouTube and the community sites and the networking sites, and then finding Blog Talk and coming together like this, and then actually meeting up. It's just wonderful to know that it really is happening, that gathering really is happening, and those people that are like us, that have come in on that same frequency as us, they're all out there. And that's your song, Family of Light. Wonderful.
And when we were at Avebury and we did the ceremony, if you remember, we were talking about the light of the world and Jivanda's wonderful Soles Breed ceremony, and we really came home with that light, and it really showed in that video, and people could see that, and I really think back to that ceremony that we did, where we almost opened a portal to carry that light. We became honorary carriers of that light. And interestingly enough, I was to take that light to a festival I recently went to. Everybody Take Something to Give, and I was going to take the light of the world with the candles and pass on the Soles Breed, which is the flame from St. Bridget, which has been all around the world. And we all lit our candles from that one special candle, Jivanda's. Do you think I could find the light of the world? Oh my goodness, now I've lost the light of the world. What am I going to do? I looked, I couldn't find the candle anyway. So I just went, and I give anyway, so I just accepted it. And at the end of the festival, by the magic tree, we did a ceremony, and I placed a candle in the tree, and I realised I could light, because I had the light of the world in my heart. and that I could still pass on the light of the world. And as I told the people that I was doing the ceremony with about the light of the world, a lady standing nearby me, a friend, she said, "Here, I've got the lighter of love." And she had this little red lighter, and it really said on it, "The lighter of love." And of course, she lit the candle for me from the light in my heart. And it just goes to prove that we do, once we shine that light, and others feel it, and others experience that, they easily find their own light. We're all carrying that light. We just need to wake up to it and remember that we all have that to give and experience. So I just thought it was a nice little story. I'm glad I remembered to tell you that.
Right, we have the light, like a candle burning in our heart, and we have that light in our cells and in our consciousness and in our aura, and we can spread that to others. And when we connect with our guides, we are communicating with light. If we eat the right foods, then we are eating light. If we go out and breathe into fresh air by trees and by nature, we're breathing in light, and it's all around us, and we can see that now, we can feel that now. Maybe not all of us can, but there's a lot of us that can feel that around and see that around in so many different ways.